Okay, this instructional video is on the distributive property of multiplication over addition. The product of a factor and a sum is equal to the sum of the products of the factor and the addends. If the expressions is a product, you can distribute the multiplication. If the expressions is a sum whose addends have a common factor, you can factor the addition. Distributive property language is distribute, expand, factor, remove grouping, and combine like terms. Okay, so we're going to look at this a little bit different way than we're used to, because I wanted you to look at a different way. So the product, when you see it like this, equals the sum. Okay, so this equals this, and this equals this. So it goes both ways, and that's why it's called an equivalent expression. Okay, so we're going to do distribute, expand. Now this one is the way I'm used to doing it. Okay, so 5 times 12 and 5 times negative 8. So we do 5 times 12x plus 5 times negative 8. And see, this is why it's nice to use the dots instead of the x's for multiplication, because now you don't confuse the variables with the multiplication. So 5 times 12 is 60x plus 5 times negative 8 is negative 40. So it simplifies down to 60x minus 40. Okay, so this is the sum. All right, now we go down to the next one. I like to do the arrows because it helps me. So again, it's x times 3 plus x times 4 plus 8. So when we add, it becomes, 3x plus 4x plus 8. We can combine these like terms, and it becomes 7x plus 8. Okay? So again, this is the sum. So here we have negative 2x, and remember, if there's not a number here, it's 1. So negative 1 times 2x plus negative 1 times 1. So we have negative 2x plus negative 1, or to even simplify it further, it's here. Okay. Now this is where we're going to look at it a little bit different. We're going to take this and kind of break it down so we can see why it's equivalent. So we're going to break it down into common factors. So here, if we do x, we know that it's 5 times this and times 12. So if we do x times 17, we know it comes to 17x. Okay? So this is broken down. So negative 6, negative 10. So if you go 2 times negative 3 plus negative 5, because we're going to go 2 times 3 and 2 times negative 5. So negative 3 plus negative 5 is negative 8. So if you put the 2 in front of it, it becomes 2 times 8, which is 16, and it's negative because it has a negative in front of it. So we're doing it a little bit backwards, but we're going to use factors. Here we're combining like terms, removing the grouping. Okay, so we're doing it backwards and forwards so you can see how it's equivalent. Okay? So negative 3x plus 9y, the common factor here is 3 goes into 3 and 9. So 3 goes into 9 3 times. So that is an equivalent right here. Okay? So now what I'd like you to do is take a pause and try and do, let me make sure you got all these. Take a pause and then try and either break it down or distribute this column to the side. This is 10n plus 170. So we're just distributing. Okay? 7b, if we want to break it down, we are going to do 7b plus 2, right? Because this is a 1 here. So it will become 7 times 1, 7 times 2 is 14. And it would become back and forth.
LaShawn Robinson, your
36.
delivery is located outside of the main office in the entrance here in the main office. Can you please come pick up your delivery?
I'm sorry of the
located
announcement.
outside of the main office. Thank you kindly.
Okay, so now we can divide both of these by 12, right? So if we do that, and we divide it by 12, it becomes 12 times 3 plus 2y. See how we separate it out? Okay, so 12 times 3 is 36, and 12 times 2 is 24. So now this one goes, we just do the normal distribution. So it's 63 plus 18b. And the next one is 12 times 5a is 60a plus 7 times 12 is 84. Okay? 12 times 7 is 84. Okay? So now if we flip over, we are going to do either distribute or